On this video, I'm going to ask the frequently asked question, what is expected of me? Now, this can be a question that comes from somebody who is looking at your business and they want to know, if they get started with you, what are the things that they're going to have to do? What are the things that they are expected to do by yourself? And the other way you can look at this is, what am I expected to do? What is expected of me? And you can literally ask yourself that question. What is expected of me as a leader for my team? So I'm going to go a little bit into both of those and see if there are similarities, which I'm sure there will be. So hi, I'm Lucy. I help female business builders to expand their team and scale their business online. Frequently asked question, what is expected of me? So if I'm looking at that from somebody who's looking at my business, I know exactly what I expect from that person. And I suggest that you have a list of things, if you don't have it already, that you personally expect from that person. That might be anything from showing up on a call that you're doing. Maybe you have a group call. Maybe you have a flow of introductory videos that people are watching when they come in. Maybe you have a group that they go into and they look through all of the different sections and guides and any announcements that are coming up, and they have to post a certain amount of time. So know exactly what that thing is, and those things are that you expect from your new person. Now, I'm going to say two, but probably three things that come from knowing this. A, you've got clarity. And when you have clarity, everything else just falls into place, right? Now, the second thing that comes from that is that your prospect sees you as somebody who is serious, that knows the way and that goes the way, and that will show them how to do this. So they've got clarity that you've got clarity. So that's fantastic. And then the third thing is, because you've aligned and you know what you're going to take that person through and they know what they're going to be doing, that is now locked into position. So you now need to follow through on that, right? So if you've got something that is a little bit unsure and you've kind of got an area where you're like, I'm not really quite sure what those first few steps are, what I suggest you do is really get clarity on that for yourself, because I worked my business for a long time without that clarity. I wasn't brought in to the business having that clarity. There were a lot of unanswered questions when I came in, and the systems really weren't there in the team. We would kind of jump from one thing to another, then we'd go to a meeting and we'd jump across to something else, and it was not helpful. Wasn't helpful mentally, it wasn't helpful emotionally, and it was not helpful for my business growth. So now I've got, and I have had this for a few years now, is the clarity on the system that I'm using. So make sure you have a system. Even if it's a pen and paper system, it doesn't matter. A system that you take people through. And so that's your prospect coming in, and you're giving them that support, and they know what that support's going to be. Fantastic. They're much more likely to get started with you when they know there is that system. The second way to look at this is to go, what is expected of me personally as a leader? So what do you think that your team expects of you? Do you know what they expect from you? I would suggest, again, looking at that if you're not quite sure. I'm pretty sure that my team expect me to be there when they need me. And I'm pretty sure they expect me to show up when I say I'm going to show up. And I'm pretty sure they expect me to have many of the answers to their questions, especially if they're new. I think they expect me to be training them in some way. So those are my thoughts on what is expected of me as a leader. There are other things as well, but I know that those things, there are about 5 of them there, that I know that my team expect of me. And what do I expect of myself? That's another important question. So I'm not going to go into that because that's going to be very personal to you. But again, take the time to go through those 3 things. So if you've got a prospect asking, this is number 1. If you've got a prospect asking, what is expected of me? Know what you expect of them, so you can share that in a very strong way. The second one is what is expected of me as a leader from my team. And the third one to think about and to write down and to ponder on, if you haven't done recently, even if you've done it in the past, redo it. I know for me, I have to redo that and look at what do I expect? What do I expect from myself? So those second 2, what does my team expect of me? What do I expect of myself? I look at what do I expect from my leaders, whether they're giving that thing to me or not. What am I expecting to get from them? Well, that's probably very similar to what my team are expecting from me. So I can do the maths, if you like, from that and work that out quite easily, because it's going to be very much the same, because you tend to draw people to you that similar to you, that align with you, and that expect the same kind of things once they get going. So that's the topic I wanted to cover. I really strongly suggest that you do the work on that to move your business forward. If you want any more help, you can click on any of the links. There's a Facebook page you can get on. In fact, there's a couple of Facebook pages you can get onto to help you, to move you forward, to get some mentoring from a larger group. You can also get personal mentoring from me. If that's the stage that you're at, then if you have questions, please let me know. You can book on for a discovery call and we can help move you forward. And it might just be a one-off, and that's absolutely fine. But sometimes we just need that outside presence to help us. And mentoring and coaching from somebody that you align with is so key to your business. So I'm wishing you an absolutely awesome day. Have a fantastic month, and I will see you soon.